Have you ever had a kind of very common, ordinary experience, but it kind of says something big to you? A lot of the stories in my Godshot videos come from very dramatic situations I've been through. But ironically enough, in the story for this simplicity video, it was a very simple moment. I was turning the corner in my car, coming onto the block where I live, and there's a woman on the sidewalk, and she's grabbing for a plastic bag there was a heavy wind, and the bag was flying in the air, and she's grabbing it and grabbing for it and grabbing for it, and she was so determined. The look on her face was like, "Whoa, I gotta have this." And then when she finally grabbed it, that determination that was in her face turned into satisfaction, and she shoved it in her bag of other bags, and she had that satisfaction in her face. She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna need that someday." Well, anyway, this woman with this action of hers kind of spoke to me about how we all are. We're going through life and we're collecting. We're being determined about going for the experiences, the resources, the knowledge, the wisdom, whatever it is we think we're going to need to make a good life. And we collect those things, and kind of like a very natural human thing. But what can happen is that we can get cluttered, and we can lose our way when we forget that life is actually meant to be kept pretty simple. Okay? People sometimes, when it comes to religion and things of faith and God, they get really complicated with rules and regulations and things like that. And it's really important that Jesus was very intent on keeping it simple. He took all the 10 commandments, which are only 10, and yet he simplifies them into 2. Okay? This is it. This is the law. Love God and love your neighbor as yourself. Give God everything you got and treat everybody else the way you'd want to be treated. And that keeps it pretty simple, doesn't it? Of course, this is not easy to do, but it really is a good thing for all of us alive in a very technological age, in a very materialistic age, just to really focus on what really, really matters and let go of things that we don't need. And if you are the kind of person that does hoard possessions and things like that, I invite you and hope you become motivated to want to let go. One of the reasons is that we are alive in the world at a time where there's more people on this planet than ever before. People have lived on the earth believing that there was going to be unlimited resources for everybody. And we now know that the standard of living, that those of us who are living in developed nations and all the amenities we have and all the things we have, we know that there's not enough resources on the earth for every human being, the billions and billions and billions that are here, to live at that level. So for those of us who have it good, it really is the right thing to do, to really just take a look at, well, what do I really need? And then free up those other resources to be given to other people who have less. Okay? So maybe you don't agree with me. Maybe you're thinking, my life is not that complicated, take it easy. But it's just something for you to think about that I found valuable for myself. Okay? Thanks.